Hi, I'm Russ Falk, Chief Product Designer and Grill Master for Kalamazoo Outdoor Gourmet. Welcome to our production facility in Michigan, where today we are going to do a wood-fired rotisserie pork roast on our Argentinian-style Gaucho grill. The first thing we need to do is set up the grill. Because we're using the rotisserie, I'm going to take out a couple of the grill grates, which makes room for the spit. The next thing we need to do is build our wood fire. I'm going to start by layering wood kind of log cabin style right in the center, and that's going to be our main cooking fire. I'm going to go 3 layers high. I'm also going to set some wood off to the side down in the firebox here, and that is going to be for replenishing our coals while we're cooking. Once the wood's stacked, we're going to start the burners to get the fire going. We need to hold in the valve to get that ignition going for a few seconds, and then turn it to high. We'll fire right up. We've got 50,000 BTUs worth of gas burners under there, so our fire will be going in about 5 minutes. We can go ahead and get our pork roast onto the spit. We're going to be doing a wonderful crust on it today, but I do want to get it on the spit first so that I don't make a mess afterwards. We're going to rub it down with a little bit of olive oil to help that crust stick nicely. You'll notice that I've already got one of the rotisserie forks in place, and that's because I set the spacing to have the pork roast over the fire exactly where I want it beforehand, and that's the easiest way to do it before the grill gets hot. Now that we've got it all set, we're going to get our crust packed on. And this is going to be a nice, very flavorful seasoning as we cook over that wood fire. This is a mixture of finely chopped fresh garlic, rosemary, and lemon zest with some cracked black pepper and kosher salt. This is a great crust for pork, beef, or lamb, but I do particularly enjoy it when it's roasted over a wood fire. Now that we've got a nice strong wood fire, we can go ahead and turn off those gas burners that are down below. The wood will take it from here. I'm actually going to rearrange it to get the heat the way we want. And we're going to do a bit of an offset fire. I do recommend some good leather gloves and long grill tongs. Rearranging these along the front and the back of our firebox here. We're going to get great flavorful smoke off of these and a wonderful heat. So those are offset. I'm going to go ahead while I've got my gloves on and grab a little more wood for replenishing the fire. We always want to keep some wood going in part of the grill so we can relocate it to where we want. We're going to insert the spit into the grill by starting on the left side, passing through the hole there, and then we can back it into the chain-driven socket on the right side. We can turn the rotisserie motor on. Now that we've got it mounted, we can lower the rotisserie into position down by the wood fire. The great thing about cooking on an Argentinian-style grill is you control the intensity of the heat by changing the proximity of the food to the fire. We can see it browning up beautifully here. Our crust looks great. It's just wonderful to have the addition of the wood flavor while we're doing that on the rotisserie. So we're looking good. Our target temperature when we're going to pull it off is about 150 degrees inside. It's going to coast up to 160 or so after we pull it off the grill before we slice it. Now that we've got that nice crust on the outside formed, we are going to raise it up a little bit higher to make the heat more gentle. And we're going to cook it through. Our meat is browning beautifully here, and our herb crust is looking fantastic. As our roast spins on the rotisserie, it's basting itself in its own juices, and that's the great thing about rotisserie cooking. But what I really love is doing the rotisserie over wood fire, where we get the infusion of that subtle flavor. Now that our meat is nearly finished, we're going to grill up some vegetables on the grill grate right next to the spit, and I love that we can do these both at the same time. We're going to do some green and yellow squash and a little bit of red pepper. Slice everything in half. We're going to season it a little bit with olive oil and salt and let the wood fire take care of the rest. And we can go straight onto the fire. These are going to need just a few minutes over the fire. We're going to pull them off while they're al dente but nicely browned for flavor. That's going to happen really quickly on our 1/4-inch thick grill grates. These are laser cut stainless steel and they hold a lot of heat. Our veggies are finished. They're looking beautiful. We're going to get these sliced up and ready to serve. So with that nicely grilled exterior and wonderful crunch that we've left in the veggies by staying al dente, these are going to taste fantastic. Your guests are going to love them. We're just going to finish them off with a little more flaky sea salt. And these are ready to enjoy. We can go ahead and let this cool for a little bit, and then we'll take the spit out. Okay, let's see how we've done. We're going to start by slicing the whole roast off of the bones. Got those. Oh, it's looking juicy and wonderful. And then we can just take nice big slices off for serving. That crust looks amazing. I'm gonna have to dig in. Perfectly cooked, subtle smoky flavor from the wood fire. We've got that wonderful crust on the outside, little salty, little savory with all those herbs. This is fantastic.